APF of Wrestling presents episode 26 from Studio 1615, the place where the action is at. Hosted by Ted the Ranger Irvin, that's me. And as you just heard, Miss Butterfly will not be alongside me as she is making her APF in-ring debut. Don't worry though, I'm not going to be alone on this broadcast though, because Miss Butterfly is kind enough to leave a picture of herself with me on the broadcast, so I will have her picture next to me while I call this action here in American Podcast Federation. Anarchy Championship match last episode, which Crystal won, sparked a fire inside Miss Butterfly. Wanted to get back her Anarchy Championship. And Felicia making her APF debut as well. Welcome to both. Hopefully we get more wrestlers here in American Podcast Federation, where the action is at. And Felicia, a four-time LGBTQ champion. Ref signals for the bell, and there it goes. Action on, and drop toe hold by Miss Butterfly to Felicia, and stomping the back, and a forearm to Felicia, and a drop kick to the chest. Miss Butterfly, she still has it. Oh, and Felicia now gut shots with the knee to Miss Butterfly, and a stare down, and Felicia in control. Irish whips Butterfly over the top rope, and she holds on. And a forearm knocks Butterfly onto the floor. And the refs counts. And Felicia going to the knee of Miss Butterfly. And stopping the chest and lifting her up. And just staring at each other on a drop kick, or drop to the knee to Felicia, and stomping the shoulder, and lifting up Felicia and tossing her into the barricade, and Miss Butterfly wisely going back to the ring, and just to break up the count, Miss Butterfly goes back to Felicia, and both women back in this match. Face to the knee of Miss Butterfly, and stomping the back of the thigh. And Felicia in control of this matchup, wanting her opportunity for the Anarchy Championship here. An Irish whip, drop toe hold to Miss Butterfly. Goes for the pin. And a kick at it too. Miss Butterfly still in this matchup. And a running kick to Miss Butterfly. Miss Butterfly getting up slowly. Up to her feet, and sidewalk slam to Felicia. And throwing the head of Felicia into the mat now. Suplex to Felicia. Armbar to Felicia. Miss Butterfly can commentate and wrestle still. And what a move by Miss Butterfly, taking down Felicia. And goes for the pinfall. And a kick at it too. And kicking the side of Felicia. And Felicia now Irish whipping Butterfly and missing a drop kick. And Butterfly dragging Felicia. Irish whipping her over the... And Butterfly missing the drop kick. And Felicia now with the bow and arrow to Miss Butterfly. And Miss Butterfly powering out of it. With midsection with the elbow. And Felicia goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. And a drop kick. Both women giving it all here. And Felicia now with some sort of submission hold. And it looked like Butterfly was about to tap out, but got out of that hold. And a kick to the chest by Felicia. And a belly to belly to Felicia, and goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. And Miss Butterfly in shock. And a belly to belly to Miss Butterfly as she was still distraught, and goes for the pinfall, Felicia. And a kick out at 2. And now Felicia can't believe her belly to belly didn't put Miss Butterfly away. And a stare down. And the cocoon by Miss Butterfly, and goes for the pinfall. And a kick out. After the cocoon, what does Miss Butterfly have to do? An elbow to the back of Felicia. And a Bubbles attack to Miss Butterfly. Felicia wisely dragging her to the center of the ring, goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. And a kick to the back. Felicia going on the assault of Miss Butterfly. Miss Butterfly trying to get up, but Felicia keeps knocking her back down, and Miss Butterfly suplexing, or getting, Miss Butterfly gets suplexed, and Felicia trash talking Miss Butterfly. And Miss Butterfly getting up, Irish whip, and Hurricane Rana from Felicia to Miss Butterfly, and dragging Butterfly to the center of the ring, goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. And the kicking the side of the head of Miss Butterfly, and rubbing her face in the mat. An elbow drop to the back. Bow and arrow applied. Miss Butterfly needs to find a way to get out of this. And she does. Elbow to the midsection of Felicia. Irish whipping Miss Butterfly in the turnbuckle. Putting her on the top turnbuckle. Might be a little biased because she's my broadcast partner, but I'm rooting for Miss Butterfly as she gets turned inside out from the suplex from the top rope from Felicia. And the belly to belly. It's not looking too well for Miss Butterfly, and goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. She still has fight in her. And both women on their feet. And a belly to belly to Felicia now, and goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. Both women on their feet now. And a forearm to Felicia. Another cocoon to Felicia. And goes for the pinfall quickly. And a kick out at 2. 2 cocoons. And Felicia still in this match. And a forearm to the back of Felicia. And a Bubbles attack to Miss Butterfly. And dragging her to the center of the ring. And goes for the pinfall. And Miss Butterfly gets pinned. What great sportsmanship here. Felicia putting out her hand. But Miss Butterfly wants nothing to do with that. This is all about the Anarchy Championship, not friendship here in American Podcast Federation. It seems to be in Miss Butterfly's eyes. And what, that was a matchup between those two. We have a former tag team going at one-on-one with each other to prove who is the better one after Gigolo. Amazing showing last episode against Dilges Ludwig, who only got in 2 moves that entire matchup against Gigolo, and Gigolo just taking it to him. And Lewis Universe, his partner in the tag team tournament. Lewis, a former bodybuilder. And ref signals for the bell. And this matchup's underway. And Gigolo suplexing Universe. And stopping the chest of Universe and picking up Universe. And a forearm. And an elbow to Universe. And a suplex. And stopping the chest of Universe. And a suplex to Gigolo, and Universe doing a little bit better. On a diving knee to Gigolo than Ludwig did last episode. Oh, and now Gigolo in control, Irish whipping Universe over the top rope, and he holds on. And an elbow knocking him over onto the floor, and both men out on the floor. And the ref begins his count. And elbows to the face of Universe, and a suplex. And a bow and arrow applied on the outside of the ring. And tossing over Gigolo. And a forearm. Sidewalk slam on the outside of the ring. And both men look at each other and run inside the ring. And Universe has Gigolo on his shoulders. Flapjack slam. And a kick to the chest. And a leg drop to Gigolo's throat. And a forearm to the back of Gigolo. And Gigolo now getting up. And a forearm. And a clothesline. And stomping the chest of Gigolo. Knee to the back of the head of Universe. He goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. Miss Butterfly will not be alongside with me as she is still in the back. And I will call this match up for the remainder of this episode by myself. Hopefully next episode she will be back to call some action. Unless she gets another match. And hold Gigolo from the second rope. Diving elbows to Gigolo. And a camel clutch applied, and Universe wisely trying to get out of it. And gets out of it. And goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. Universe still in this matchup. And a sidewalk slam to Universe. And Gigolo standing tall in this matchup. Universe looking for a suplex, but goes for a single leg takedown and assaulting the knee of Gigolo. He's holding that knee now. Hopefully he's not tweaked it. Oh, and sitting on the knee of Gigolo. And dragging Gigolo to the center of the ring. Diving fist to the face of Gigolo. And a kick to the back. Oh, and a snap there to Gigolo. I don't know if it was just an excitement from the first ever, his debut, his singles match. But he is not as... Gigolo is not But he's powering out of this hold. He's not as quick as he was with Dilges. An Irish whipping Universe over the top rope. And suplexing him back in the ring and goes for the pinfall. Goes for the pin. And a kick out at 2. Universe still in this matchup. Unless Universe just knows Gigolo more than Dilges Ludwig did since they tagged up with one another. He knows what Gigolo is about to do, so Gigolo has to think about that too. And a snap nair to Universe. And a chin hold to Universe. Universe trying to power out of this rest hold. On one knee, gets back down, but up on his other knee, and elbows to the midsection of Gigolo. And a DDT to Gigolo. Almost sending him outside of the ring, but doesn't. Goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. And Gigolo now on his feet. Universe still confused on why that didn't put him away. And another sidewalk slam to Gigolo. And an elbow to the back of Gigolo. And Gigolo now has Universe's arm. Oh, and a DDT delivered to Universe. And Gigolo now goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. Both men getting up slowly. And Gigolo, a broiler to Universe. Goes for the pinfall. And Gigolo with another win.
Of that match,
Gigolo on a roll here in American Podcast Federation. Does that put him in sight for a title shot somewhere down the road?
ladies and gentlemen,
Speaking of title shots,
from Alaska,
Eric Jacobs, our TV championship. That could be one of the titles he has his eyes set on. Or the prestigious championship. Or the prestigious tag team championships.
ladies and gentlemen,
He might even want to go after the Anarchy Championship. This is a rematch from last episode's main event. Main event here in American Podcast Federation yet again. The Anti-Canadian versus Michael Cage. And after naming all those titles, championships, I do believe the executives here are done making championships for the time being. And this episode of American Podcast Federation is sponsored by bell rings and a clothesline to the TV champion Eric Jacobs and a leg drop. Michael Cage taking some frustration out on the Anti-Canadian and the new TV champion. And Eric Jacobs now flapjack slam to Michael Cage, showing why he is the champion. Elbows to the back of Michael Cage as he gets up. Knee to the back of Michael Cage. And going to the assault on the knee there of Michael Cage. And a forearm as Michael Cage gets up. Michael Cage has Eric Jacobs over the ropes and tosses him back inside the ring. Stomping the hand of Eric Jacobs that now. Eric Jacobs getting up slowly. And a forearm to Eric Jacobs and slapping the chest of Eric Jacobs. But Eric Jacobs now twisting neck breaker. And a diving fist to Michael Cage. We're going to go for a running kick, but Michael Cage gets up and a fireman's carry. And a kick to the back of Michael Cage. And Michael Cage gets pulled up by his beard and a flapjack slam to Michael Cage. And going to the assault on the back of the thigh there and going for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. Irish whipping Eric Jacobs in the turnbuckle. Puts Michael Cage on the top turnbuckle. In the Tree of Wonder. And kicking the face. And lifting up Michael Cage now in the sitting position and kicking the back. And dragging him to the center of the ring. Rolls him over. Goes for the pinfall. And a thunderous kick out there by Michael Cage. Not done yet, he says. And a hip toss to Michael Cage. And stomping on the elbow of Michael Cage. And a twisting neck breaker to Eric Jacobs now. Both men on their feet. Throwing some punches now. And an uppercut to Eric Jacobs. And his suplex. And Michael Cage now in control of this matchup. And a fist to the face of Eric Jacobs. And Irish whipping him in the turnbuckle. And a knee to the throat now of Eric Jacobs. And Michael Cage now has Eric Jacobs now up. And a snap nair. Both men now on their feet. Some punches thrown at each other. An Irish whip to Eric Jacobs. And Eric Jacobs puts him on the Tree of Wonder again. On the other corner. And kicking him in the chest. And dropping him. And now Eric Jacobs stalking Michael Cage. Drags him to the center of the ring. Goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. Irish whipping Michael Cage now. And a Samoan drop. Spinebuster. A leg drop to Michael Cage. Driving his face back into the mat. And a snap nair. Both men up after that snap nair. Irish whipping Michael Cage now into the turnbuckle. Irish whipping him back into the turnbuckle. And a running bulldog. And goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. And a knee to the back of Michael Cage. DDT. Goes for the pinfall. And a kick out by Michael Cage. Both men on their feet now. Oh, and running dive to Eric Jacobs and punches on the mat and goes for the pinfall. And a kick out at 2. Suplex, Michael Cage. The Mountie Stomp to Michael Cage, goes for the pinfall. And Eric Jacobs with the Mountie Stomp is your victor here in American Podcast Federation. What an episode. Eric Jacobs telling the ref to get away from him. He's the only one who gets to raise his hand. What an episode we had here for American Podcast Federation. I had fun. This is where I usually ask Miss Butterfly if she has any last thoughts. I am Ted the Ranger Irvin. Till next time.